Recently, we completed our final quest with Vicente Valtieri, the fake assassination attempt on Francois Modier, a man who had a bad run-in with some shady moneylenders. At the end of the quest, Vicente told us he had no more contracts for us. He also makes us an interesting offer.
Well now, you are an ambitious one, aren't you? I'm afraid I have no more contracts for you. Our time working together has come to an end. Instead, you must report to Ochiva here in the sanctuary. She will be providing all your contracts from now on and is waiting for you as we speak. Before you go, however, I intend to make good on an offer I made some time ago. As a vampire, I may pass my gift on to others as I see fit. You have served me well, and I choose now to extend that gift to you. Shall I use my dark powers and turn you into a vampire?
But we will cover vampirism in a future video in this series. For now, let's report to Ochiva to receive our next Dark Brotherhood contract.
Ah, greetings. I have been waiting for you. As Vicente surely told you, your time working with him has come to an end. From now on, you will receive all assignments directly from me. In fact, your next contract is available now. In the Imperial City, there lives a high elf who must be removed from existence. Finding this person may prove challenging. Are you interested?
Not just yet, maybe later.
As you wish, don't worry. The contract will be available whenever you're ready.
Always. I accept the contract.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. Your target is a high elf named Faelian. He lives somewhere in the Imperial City and fancies long walks. Unfortunately, that's all we know. We don't know which district he calls home, which establishments he frequents, or anything about his schedule. This contract will require a bit of detective work. I suggest you speak to your fellow brothers and sisters and see if they can offer any advice. Ah, yes, there is one more thing. The Imperial City is also home to an Imperial Legion captain named Adamus Philida. Do you know who that is?
Nope, never heard of him.
Philida has dedicated his life to eradicating the Dark Brotherhood, and he becomes rather irate when our duties take us to the Imperial City.
Philida? That self-righteous lapdog.
Quite. Then you know he has dedicated his life to eradicating the Dark Brotherhood and doesn't appreciate when we operate within the Imperial City.
I ain't saying nothing, bro.
Heed my words. Philida has dedicated his life to eradicating the Dark Brotherhood. He will not tolerate our operations within the Imperial City. When that happens, he tends to make our lives uncomfortable. Let's not give the good captain any reason to go poking around in our affairs, If possible, do away with Faelian someplace out of the way, definitely indoors with no other people around, a secure location with no witnesses. This will make it look like a simple murder. Philida will be none the wiser, and you'll receive a nice bonus. Now go, and may Sithis go with you.
Ochiva doesn't give us much to go on, so let's speak with our Dark Brotherhood family members to get some tips on this contract.
A pleasure to speak with you.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
The elves of the Imperial City are a fairly close-knit community. One of them will have at least heard of Faelian. You should ask around.
Now this is what I'm talking about. You kill him up close, face to face, and you still get the bonus. I wish all the contracts were like that.
Know what I'd do? Talk to Faelian, learn who he is. Maybe then you can lead him to a secluded place. Then, when you're alone, you know.
I do so love pursuing a contract in the Imperial City. The alleys, the shadows, the challenge of evading Philida's Legion troops. I envy you.
Alright, let's start things off by heading to the Imperial City and speaking with an elf to learn about Faelian. As Vicente noted, the Imperial City elves have a tight-knit community, so we can walk up to any elven character and inquire about Faelian.
Faelian? Yes, I know who he is, but I'm really not in the habit of discussing such things with strangers.
To gain any information, our disposition with the character we're speaking to needs to be above 50.
Faelian, you say? Why, yes, I know who he is. Rather distasteful fellow, actually. I believe he lives at the Tiber Septim Hotel. That's in the Talos Plaza district here in the Imperial City. I'd ask around there if I were you.
Okay, so we learned that he is living at the Tiber Septim Hotel in the Talos Plaza district. Let's see if we can catch him there. We'll start by speaking with some of the people inside.
My name is Anchor Sophranius. I do whatever comes to hand, or nothing when I can afford it. Concerning this, I can only speak to a friend. Excellent. Faelian, you say? Oh yes, I know who he is. Rather distasteful fellow, actually. I believe he lives right here at the Tiber Septim Hotel. Talk to the publican, Augusta Calidia. I'm sure she can tell you more about him.
Yes, I know who Faelian is. Know quite a bit about him, actually. But I probably shouldn't gossip. I mean, we hardly know each other. I'll take that, and thank you. Faelian? Oh, I know him all right. A waste of life, that one. He lives here, you know, with his sweetheart, a trainer. What that poor girl sees in him, I'll never know. A trainer pays for their room, their food, everything. She's quite wealthy, I believe. Faelian used to have money. Used to be quite a gentleman, too. But that was before he took a fancy to the, you know, the skooma. Now Faelian's hardly ever here. He's off using skooma or wandering the city looking for some, I imagine. He comes back every night to be with a trainer. But only for a few hours, I swear. That high elf is going to wind up dead if he keeps living like this.
Ah, so the guy's got a bit of a skooma problem. Let's see what his lover Atriana has to say.
Faelian? He's my sweet, my true love. But I don't know why I'm telling this to you. I mean, we hardly know each other and all. Well, isn't that sweet of... Please, I don't mean to get emotional, but I feel I can trust you. I just don't know what to do about Faelian. All he thinks about, all he cares about is Skooma. He was a fine young man once, but he's lost everything. His looks, his money, his self-respect. I followed him a few times to see where he goes. He walks around the city looking for Skooma. And then he goes to Lorkmir's house for several hours. It's in the Elfin Gardens district. I think the house is deserted. That's why he goes there, so he can escape from life and do his skooma. Thank you for listening. You're a good friend. I just hope my sweet Faelian can clean himself up, or that awful skooma will be the death of him.
Alright, so now we know where he's hiding out, and we know he's an addict. Now there is another way to gain information about Faelian's whereabouts without talking with Atriana, and that is by speaking to Faelian ourselves. We know he lives at the Tiber Septim Hotel, but if we speak to him there, he says this.
Huh? What do you want? Sorry, can't talk now. I'm with my lady friend here. Talk to me later. Not here, not in the hotel. Okay.
So we'll just have to chat with him elsewhere. There are a few other places where we can find Faelian throughout the day. From around 2 or 3 a.m. until 9 a.m., he hangs out at the abandoned house in the Imperial City waterfront. From 9 to 11, you can find him near the western gate of the Elven Gardens district.
Hey, whoa! You shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
And then from 11 to 6, we can find him in Lorkmir's house. When we approach Faelian, we get a very visual look at his addiction.
Hey, what are you doing here? You're not my friend? What? You know, what do you want?
When we approach Faelian in Lorkmir's house, we have an opportunity to have some unique dialogue options. I want your soul, Faelian.
My soul? Whoa! Wow! Yeah! Okay, yeah! That sounds great! You can have my soul. Can I have your soul too? Oh.
Shh! Hush now, it's time to sleep.
Sleep? But nah. No, I'm not tired. Not tired right now. I have lots of, energy. The skooma, I can feel it in my veins. You're kind of weird. You know that? But that's okay. I like crazy people. I like crazy people. And skooma. Shh.
Choosing the first two options causes Faelian to exit the conversation. But if we choose say nothing, we can enter into a few more dialogue choices. Hey, Faelian.
Faelian? Hey, that's my name. Yeah, I'm Faelian. Samuel Bantian used to be a wild one. They say he used to be quite the locksmith.
So you're kinda into skooma.
Skooma? Oh, yeah. You want to be my friend? I'll tell you what. Skooma's the only thing I want. You get me some. Now listen up. Skooma. You know what that is? Get me some skooma and we'll be good friends. Okay? Do you have any skooma now? 'Cause I can be your friend right now.
Here we have two choices. First, let's try, no, I don't have any skooma.
Oh, okay. Well, you get me some skooma, and then we'll be good friends, okay? Okay? Nordinor, in Bravil. He sells it late at night.
He tells us about Noridnor, a Bosmer skooma dealer in Bravil. You can find him selling skooma in an alley outside the Fair Deal between midnight and 4 a.m.
What do you want? Can I interest you in some of my wares? I let that go too cheaply. A pleasure to serve you.
When Faelian asks us for skooma, we can choose the option, yes, I have skooma, regardless of whether we actually do or not. If we don't have any skooma, he says,
Wait, you lied. Oh, that's mean, Nordinor. In Bravil, he sells skooma. Late at night, go get me some, okay?
But if we do have skooma, we can give it to him.
You have skooma? Oh, my friend. Yeah, you're my friend now. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, now that we're friends, you want to come with me to my special place? It's not, very far. If you want, come to Lorkmir's house. I go there every day, from 11 in the morning till 5 at night. I just go and relax. Lorkmir ain't around no more. I use his house. Here's a key for you. You come whenever you want. Okay, then. Oh, yeah. His house is in the, Elven Gardens district. So, yeah. Maybe I'll see you there. My new friend. Goodbye, my friend.
At this point, if we haven't learned anything from Matriana, we now know Faelian's schedule. He's at Lorkmir's house for 6 hours in the middle of the day. He also gives us a key to Lorkmir's house, so we don't even have to break in. This is an excellent isolated location to take Faelian out without tipping off Adamus Philida to Dark Brotherhood activity in the Imperial City. Now we can bypass all of this detective work by heading directly to Lorkmir's house in the Elven Gardens district between 11 and 6 and picking the lock. Regardless of how we got there, we come face to face with Faelian. So how did Faelian get access to Lorkmir's house? Is it completely abandoned? Well, if we explore the basement of the house, we discover a grisly scene. We find Lorkmir's body in a pool of blood with a steel dagger beside him. Lorkmir's own iron dagger is sheathed at his hip, leading us to believe this was a murder, not a suicide. You may have noticed Faelian mentioned Lorkmir when we gave him a bottle of skooma.
Altmer he ain't around no more. I use his house. Here's a key.
It is obviously implied that Faelian killed Lorkmir and continues to use his home as his personal skooma den. Seeing how jumpy and tweakery that Faelian is, this wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So who would want Faelian dead? Once again, we don't learn much in the game, so we have to speculate. Could it be skooma dealers? Addicts often end up owing money to the wrong kinds of people. It's possible that Faelian fell into this trap, but we find no evidence of this. We also know that Faelian likely killed Lorkmir, so it's possible that someone close to Lorkmir hired the Dark Brotherhood to get revenge on his killer. But this seems unlikely, considering that Lorkmir's body is still down in the basement. I would guess that few, if any, people even know that Lorkmir is dead at this point. Other residents have emphasized that Faelian used to be a respectable, well-off noble in the city. Is it possible that someone else in his family is embarrassed by his addiction? So embarrassed that they would have him killed? Atriana doesn't seem like she wants him gone. She is clearly torn up about his addiction, but she seems hopeful that he can perhaps turn his life around. So this one's a big mystery. We'll most likely never know why we were hired to kill Faelian, but as a loyal Dark Brotherhood member, we did as Sithis demanded. Once we complete the quest, we can head back to Ochiva to report the news.
The high elf Faelian now swims in the maelstrom of darkness at the feet of our dread father, Sithis, and there were no witnesses to your handiwork. Because of the discretion you exercised, Captain Philida will not suspect the Dark Brotherhood was involved and will not meddle in our affairs. Here is your reward and bonus. Both have been well earned. Go now and rest, and may the Night Mother guard your dreams.
We receive a leveled amount of gold and the enchanted bow Shadow Hunt. This bow does additional damage to health and magicka, as well as having the effect of turning opponents into undead and having the weakness to poison effect. If we failed the bonus option by not killing Faelian in a secured place, she will say,
Yes, Faelian has been killed, but you did not exercise discretion. How many witnesses were there? We may never know. But you can be sure Adamus Philida will suspect the Dark Brotherhood was involved and will launch an investigation. I had hoped to avoid such an irritation. Here is your reward, but the bonus is forfeit. Do try to be more careful next time,
And with that, we complete the quest, The Lonely Wanderer. In our next video, we will be traveling to Fort Such to help the old warlord Roderick deal with his illness. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Big Dan for more Elder Scrolls videos like this one. I will be going through the entire Oblivion Dark Brotherhood questline in this series, so stay tuned for that. You can access all videos in this series in a playlist linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. This is Big Dan Gaming. Until next time, see ya!